In this lecture, we have discussed the web service specifications, WS addressing, WS reliable messaging, WS correlation, WS policy framework, WS metadata exchange, security, notification frameworks, and WS eventing. Let us start discussing one by one. Here, the first one is WS addressing. So, the main motivation for the WS addressing is where it comes from, the source, where it comes from, and then the destination, the address of where it's supposed to go, the specific person at the address who is supposed to receive it. So, where it should go if cannot be delivered as planned. So, these are all the major parts where the WS addressing is and what bit from the SOAP message. So many other WS specifications implicitly rely on the use of WS addressing. So here the message, I can tell you exactly who sent me, so the service, and I know exactly where to send that information. So the addressing turns the message into autonomous unit of communications. So here the message has a reference ID. So here it's sent from service pool, service A from service B. A SOAP message contains a reference to instance of that service that which is to be sent. So in message information header, so in this, as suppose a message is sent from A to B, in that I came from A, I am going to B, reply to C. If there is any problem, notify D. A clear explanation is given to the message. A SOAP message with message information header specifying exact how the recipient service should be respond to that arrival message. The second one, WS reliable message. So the benefits of the reliable message is loosely coupled. Here, what are all the main thing is whether the message successfully arrived at the intended destination. The second one, whether the message failed to arrive and therefore requires a transition. So whether a series of message arrived in the sequence they were intended to do. So likewise, a reliable message, the benefits of a loosely coupled message framework come at the cost of loss of the control over the actual communication process. So this is what the web WS reliable messaging is. So the reliable message addresses these concerns by the establishing a measure of quality assurance. QoS is main in reliable message. The service A, so request, I need to know all my message arrival. So message B, so service B, how about I just tell you which messages. So likewise the AWS reliable message will be. So the reliable messaging provides the guarantee notification of delivery success or a failure. So the next one, WS reliable messages, so provides a framework of capable of the guaranteeing that service providers will be notified of the success or failure of the message transition. That is one of the important point. The message sent with a specific sequence related rules will arrive as intended. It is generated failure or condition. So this is for the WS reliable message. The third one is WS correlation. So one of the fundamental requirement for exchanging the information via the web service is ability to persist the context and straight across the delivery of multiple messages. Because a service oriented communication framework is inherently loosely coupling, it is one of the main important feature. So there is no intrinsic mechanism for associating the message exchanged under a common context or a part of common activity. So this is what the correlation is. The fundamental requirement is for exchanging the information via the web services. So with the ability persist context and then straight across the delivery of multiple messages. So the correlation addresses this issue by requiring that correlated message contains some common values, so that service can identify to establish their relationship with others. So the correlation places the association of message exchanges into the hands of the message itself. So the next one is WS policy. So policies here, every automated business task is subjected to the rules and constraints. That is what the policy is. So the common characteristics trickle down to govern the behavior of underlying services that automate the task. So the source of these restrictions could be actual business level requirements. The second one is the nature of the data being exchanged. So what is the nature of the data, what is going to be exchanged, organizational security measures, whether it should be exchanged in a secure manner. So these are all the main WS policies. So the next one, the Services can be outfitted with publicly assembled metadata that describes the properties such as one listed here. So the policies can be expressed the variant of service properties including the rules. So service A give this data, the service B hold on that you have to follow my rules first. So likewise a meta exchange will be. So the fifth one is metadata exchange. So the metadata is nothing but a data about the data. The concept of this is loosely coupling is explained that to solve the requirement for the service requester to interact with the service provider acting as ultimate receiver is that the service requester to be possessed on the service descriptions. The WSDL definition provides the basic set of metadata required to send a valid SOAP message for the consumption by the service providers. So this is what about the WS metadata exchanges. Sixth one is WS security. The list of security specifications that may be used as a part of SOA is security, policies, and then the extensible access control markup language. So write markup language, key management, signature, encryptions, SML and SSL. These are all the security specifications. The WS security. So what is the header? What are all the header? So encrypted and signature are the headers. Inside the body of the security is encrypted, and what are all the things inside the header means the digital signature signed the document content. What is meant by digital signature abdina? It is authorized one. So encryption is applied here to specific part of the SOAP header and the body. A digitally signed SOAP message contains the encrypted data. Only digitally signed SOAP message has the data proper manner.